Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to study a very meaningful poem, Money Madness by D.H. Lawrence. This poem is not just about money, it is about how money controls our minds, our society and even our humanity. Lawrence shows us how people fear losing money, how society judges others by wealth, and finally he gives us a powerful message. Basic needs like food, shelter, and warmth should be free for everyone. So let's go through this poem step by step with simple explanations and real life examples. Part 1. The Madness of Money. I shall read the stanza first and then give you an explanation. Money is our madness, our vast collective madness. And of course, if the multitude is mad, the individual carries his own grain of insanity around with him. I doubt if any man living hands out a pound note without a pang. The poet begins by calling money a collective madness. Everyone in society is obsessed with money. Since society is made of individuals, each person also carries this madness. Nobody gives away money without feeling pain. Even today, when someone donates to charity, they hesitate and calculate how much they can really spare. Part 2. Fear of spending. And real tremor, if he hands out a 10-pound note, we quail, money makes us quail, it has got us down, we growl before it in strange terror. And no wonder, for money has a fearful, cruel power among men. The poet says we tremble when we spend large amounts. Money dominates us like a cruel master. It makes people fearful because it decides survival and status. Think about paying a hospital bill or expensive school fees. Even though it's necessary, people feel shock at parting with so much money. When you have to give away so much money, you feel sad. You are not happy about it, even though you need this in your life. Part 3. Society's cruelty. But it is not money we are so terrified of. It is the collective money madness of mankind. For mankind says with one voice, how much is he worth? Has he no money? Then let him eat dirt and go cold. Here the poet clarifies, we are not afraid of money itself, but of society's judgment. People measure worth only by wealth. If someone has no money, society humiliates them and denies them dignity. A poor man may be ignored on the street while a rich man is respected, regardless of character or kindness. Now, even in real life, people want to know how much is your salary, what cars you have, whether you have your house, do you own a real building, or do you have assets, farm, lands, everything they want to know. How much gold you possess, all this they want to know. Why? Because so that they can respect you based on what you have. Isn't it? If you do not have anything, they will not respect you. Now, the next part, eating dirt. And if I have no money, they will give me a little bread so I do not die. But they will make me eat dirt with it. I shall have to eat dirt if I have no money. It is that I am frightened of. The poet explains the worst part of poverty. It is not just hunger but humiliation. The poor may get just enough to survive, but they are forced to live with shame. That is what eating dirt means. A charity might give food but make people stand in long lines, treating them without respect. The help comes with insult. You know how we treat poor people. We chase them, we yell at them, we shout at them, we ask them to stand far from us because they are not clean, they are dirty, and then we give them 1 or 2 coins. Fear becomes madness, and that fear can become a delirium. It is fear of money. Mad fellow men, we must have some money to save us from eating dirt. If I have no money, it is that I am frightened of. Now, let me explain here. This fear grows so strong that it becomes delirium, a kind of madness. We fear not money, but money mad people around us who judge and degrade us. That is why everyone feels they must have some money just to escape humiliation. Students from poor families often fear being mocked for not having the right clothes, gadgets, or fees. The humiliation hurts more than the poverty itself. Now, next part talks about a vision of justice. And all this is wrong. Bread should be free, shelter should be free, fire should be free. Finally, the poet declares that this system is wrong. Food, shelter, and warmth, the basic needs of human life, should be free. Everyone deserves them, not just those with money. No one should starve because they cannot pay. No one should sleep in the cold because they cannot afford fuel. These are basic human rights. Global call. To all and anybody, all over the world, we must regain our sanity about money before we start killing one another about it. It is one thing or the other. The poem ends with the universal warning. Unless we regain sanity about money, this madness will lead to violence, cruelty, and even wars. Humanity must choose either treat money sensibly or destroy itself with greed. Think of wars over oil and resources or crimes committed for wealth. This shows how dangerous money madness can become. A classic example is about what is happening currently between Ukraine and Russia and Palestine and Palestine and Israel. Yes, Israel wants to take over Palestine because it has oil resources. That is the only motive behind. So students, D.H. Lawrence Money Madness teaches us that while money is necessary, it should never control our humanity. We must respect people for who they are, not for how much they own, and not for who they are. And as a society, we must ensure that food, shelter, and warmth are available to all. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more literature lessons. And in the comments, tell me, do you agree with Lawrence that bread, shelter, and fire should be free for everyone? Thank you for watching and see you in the next